And now, as if by magic, we go straight into the post-show.
The pre-show.
The pre-show.
No, we go into the pre-post.
I can't wait to watch this episode, guys.
Or unless, of course, you're still with us from the podcast version, in which case, thank you very much. So, post-show time, everybody. What did you guys think about that episode? Starting with Jamie in this instance.
Yeah, Tanner, shut up. I really like this episode. I wouldn't say it's the best one, but it's definitely one of the funniest ones. I personally thought almost every joke I actually laughed at everything. Bunch of lols. I really enjoyed it. Like what was the last one?
I forget actually. What was
that Sonic talking third person or whatever?
What? Donnie, shut up.
Well, the previous episode.
Oh, well, the Don't Judge Me one, yeah?
Oh, that one.
That one, you know what? They had jokes that weren't all funny. There was an awkward moment with Knuckles interviewing himself, which wasn't that funny. But this one, who wrote this one? What was the lead writer on this one?
I can tell you that it was. Oops.
Sure.
I had it bang on, but then the video kept playing. Thomas Barricella, who I don't think we've actually had an episode from before.
Well, very good
then.
writing. It's the writing I liked in this one. So yes, 2 thumbs up, and I haven't got anything else. 2 thumbs up.
In a dog paw.
Okay, then, well, let's actually go through this then, because I honestly thought that this was somebody we'd already had an episode from, but no, this is the only listing down for them. We have several stories and teleplays from Iron Man Armored Adventures, half an episode of The Little Prince, credit for Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes, Dragon Hunters, Flatmania, Jet Groove, Two of a Kind, Funky Cops as the story editor. That's pretty much a lot, actually. I mean, there's a few others in there, but I don't think any that you guys would recognise. Apart from the.
I just like the writing of this one. I like jokes that are very random, like our own channel, but I like jokes that are random and also very quick and rapid fire. It's just fun a lot. Just like the thing, like all Knuckles off remarks, like, you know, I've got opera at 6 o'clock. Oh wait, no, that was someone else. That made me laugh hysterically because it's just so random and out of nowhere.
Knuckles are living vicariously through somebody else. It's interesting.
All the lols.
All the lols. Matt.
Yes.
What did you think of that episode?
It was a good episode. Pretty much the same thing as Jamie said. I really liked the comedy in this one. I thought it was like short, quick, simple, and to the point. But that's good. I like that type of comedy. So, I mean, obviously, you can't trust Eggman, and then that whole robot power thing. It was a cliche, I've seen before, but they did it pretty well. And I mean, I like this episode. That's all I'm saying. I really did like this episode. Good job.
I liked it too. I mean, I had some. Hi.
I'm just saying, no one asked your opinion yet, but go on, tell it.
No, I was going to Donnie next.
I did like it. I got a few laughs out of it. I mean, it's not the best episode, and it's just that. It's like I said during the podcast of the commentary. Like, the one thing pet peeve I had about this episode, pretty much the one thing that kind of, I wouldn't say ruined it, but it definitely stood out to me the most about it, was just how everything Sonic did just was judged upon. Like, he wasn't allowed to do anything in this episode.
Is it bringing back some bad memories for you, Donnie?
No. Like, it's just like he couldn't chip in to help. He would or do anything, and it felt bad for him halfway in.
It was Sonic's turn basically to be the character that can't do anything right.
Apparently so.
Monkey.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, no, Tails was technically sort of a butt monkey because he got hit again.
And but then again, Sonic got hit as well because he got punched by the robot. But yeah, Tails got kicked by Sonic. Sonic wasn't exactly too apologetic about that, I noticed.
He's a dick.
Oh good, they're channeling late 2000s Sonic. That's good. I'm sure that'll go down well.
Sonic the comic.
No, not that Sonic. No, that because otherwise that Sonic would just go super and murder everybody, as I'm sure you know, if it was Sonic the comic version.
Oh boy.
And if you don't understand about that, look it up. That's what Sonic the Comic Online is for. So, Tana.
Hello.
Anything stand out for you?
See, I know you had this plan because I initially said that I really didn't like this episode, but upon this second rewatch, I liked it. It's not my favorite for sure, but upon my first watch of it, maybe it was because of the message the carrier pigeon named Donnie initially sent, where it was a very small video. The audio was good, but it was just. It rubbed me the wrong way. One thing that did happen in the beginning of this episode, which really bugged me a bit, was there was no music. Like, it was just them walking with silence. And I don't know if that's really a thing that happens a lot, but it really stood out to me, and it felt kind of awkward. Definitely upon my second rewatch, though, I'm like, yeah, no, you guys are right. The comedy does save it from being... It's nowhere near Gogaba's level, but I...
Don't ever put them in the same categories again.
Never, please.
But no, it's like I liked it for sure. Not my favorite, but second rewatch, I enjoyed it more. I blame Carrier Pigeon Donnie.
Hi.
Shut up, Donnie.
No. This is Carrier Pigeon Donnie. It's completely different.
I apologize.
I was going to say technically that particular carrier pigeon was carrier pigeon Kevin, I think. So I think it's actually his fault.
I think you found the first version with the smaller screen, and I came across the one with the we ended up watching.
Yes,
so.
I still blame Donnie.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I still blame Carrier Pigeon Donnie.
Yeah, same.
In fairness, that is the more handsomer carrier pigeon that we have.
I thought you said that's more handsomer, Donnie. The carrier pigeon.
Okay, from my side, guys, yeah, I'm kind of in the same situation. It was good. There are a lot of elements that I liked about it. At the same time, I mean, there was very specific moments when I was like, "Oh, that's great." There was some character moments I thought were very interesting in terms of, first of all, I mean, Dr. Eggman. Again, they're playing off this whole thing that Eggman really, really wants to be friends with Sonic, to the point where that's now his plan for this. That was a particular episode. It was all a sort of a means to an end in a way. The shoes, the design of the shoes remind me of something. I think from Colours, and it's kind of bugging me that I can't remember what it is that it looks like. But I'm more interested, as I'm sure if you watch the commentary or listen to it, if you listen to the podcast version, actually the music and sound while in this episode really interested in me a lot, because like I said, we had the Lawrence of Arabia-esque homage, if you like, with the walking across the sands thing. We also had the like rock concerts when on the montage
from his knee.
Yeah, that was it was almost a bit odd because you'd expect maybe some sort of more montagey music than that, as opposed to sort of the rock out. Instantly, why can't we have that as the theme? That sounds so much better. There was that. I'd like to know what they did, and maybe Bill can give us this information if Bill's listening. What they did for the sound that Sonic creates, that sort of reverb sound, what that was initially. I'd quite like to know that, because I know it went through like various. Obviously, it's been through various processes and stuff, but it must have started out as something, and it would have been something, it might be something like mundane, like a kettle boiling or something stupid.
Okay.
But
I have a bit of a funny story with that. I don't know if I've ever told this. In Dragon Age Inquisition, there's creatures that scream, right? And the sound effect from that came from the coffee machine, the coffee steamer acting up. So they recorded that and turned that sound into the primal screams of hell demons. I love it.
So yeah, so I want to know what that sound was basically initially, because it might well just be like somebody from the various department just like squealing into a microphone or just going whoa or something, and then them just putting effects to it. It'd be nice to know the background on that anyway. Also, be
sound stuff is cool.
Nice to know who is responsible for that music, because that's the one person we've not really accredited, who obviously does appear technically in terms of creating stuff within every episode. So that would be nice if somebody could tell us that, and then we'll let everyone know next week and obviously go through their repertoire and see what they've been involved in. I think that would be nice. But yeah, at the same time, yeah, it was okay. It was an okay episode as far as I was concerned. There was nothing particularly bad about it. But
why though? Because if everyone agrees it was funny and everyone agrees that it had a decent story, then what was bad about it that made it meh?
I just said that there wasn't anything particularly bad about it.
But then why are you just like, it was alright?
Because
there must be something.
I didn't find it
down.
as funny as you.
Because it wasn't as funny. I don't think it was as tight a story. I don't think it was as memorable, frankly, as other stuff that there has been. It felt a little throwaway.
I disagree.
But that's my opinion.
Well, we all know your opinion is an opinion. Internet there.
An opinion is an opinion.
Wait,
how dare you have an opinion on the internet?
Excuse me, person on the internet. Are you having some kind of disagreement with my opinion? Oh no, that was just the way I found it. Anyway, right. I think we've had everyone now, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does the dog want to add anything in? Or?
Dylan.
Oh, it's Dylan. Oh, it's not our best
no.
player. Oh, if it's Dylan, we don't care. It's Sasha.
Dylan.
Dylan's not a member of the
You have an opinion.
Woof.
Dylan, sit. Have an opinion.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Sit there, have an
On the internet, no one knows you're a dog.
Don't do it.
No.
He says he liked it.
Totally disagree, and you didn't justify your position at all. Go back and try again next week. Right, now, we did have something else that we were going to discuss in the post-show. Shut up! Jamie, send the dog out, or send yourself out and leave the dog there, one of the two.
Bye guys, Dylan's taking over.
Dylan the dog is now the boss of the Sonic Show. Oh good.
The puppy show.
Excellent. This episode has extra marrowbone jelly in it, incidentally, which will make all your ears fantastically full of marrowbone jelly. We did have an email that we wanted to... No, seriously, Jamie, please get rid of the dog.
I think Jamie actually left.
Okay. Dylan.
Rip in peace.
Dylan, shh. There we go. We have an email that we wanted to actually go through. Matt, did you get an email about a petition by any chance in the last week and a bit?
I have not.
Okay. Now, I don't know if Jamie got this. I got this for LMC.
Man. I ignore a lot of men.
Either Dylan's talking or Jamie's back. So other two.
This is Dylan.
Hello, Dylan. You're much better You're much more well spoken than Jamie is. This is fantastic.
Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that.
LMC got this. I know Sega Driven got this, and I'm pretty certain that Sega Bits got this, and we got this.
I think Stadium got it.
Stadium probably got it as well. I won't send the name of the person involved. The name has been changed to Silence to protect their identity for legal reasons, or some crap like that. Anyway. We've got an email that's saying, I have recently made a petition with Sega and the gaming community at heart. I love Sega and don't want to see a great company fall to ruins. If you could read this alone, I would be ecstatic, as opposed to read it with other people, because I don't know why that would be a difference.
Well, I mean, technically that's what we're doing right now.
I mean, there's nobody else around. If you could if you could read it alone and then spread the words, it would mean the world, and I would forever be in your debt. You may not appreciate me reading it in this way. Okay. So the petition, which goes to change.org, which I believe Tanner, you mentioned the other week as when has that ever been useful for anything ever? Right. Never. Petitioning Sega, and you'll love this, guys, to deliver on your false promises you have given us all those years ago. We need the old Sega back.
Oh no, I did get it.
Yeah, you did get it. Now you remember, yeah.
Really?
The petition begins as follows. Oh boy. Oh Sega, where did it go wrong? The Sega Mega Drive, Genesis for those in the States, sold over 40 million. Not a low figure at all, and is one of the most highly regarded consoles of all time. Bar a few low-key add-ons which were not even necessary, the console was a jewel with amazing software and some of the most classic games. Most people, especially us in the gaming community, still hold it at a very high standard in comparison to modern consoles. Oh, and your most famous character of all entered the mainstream through this very device. Fine, then all is going well, but what comes next? The Sega Saturn, of course. Not the best of consoles, we would all have to agree, and it really was the downfall of Sega in the console market. With no game in the Sonic the Hedgehog series and some awful marketing decisions, the system never really started on the front foot. The mistakes of people and a lack of real commitment, attachment and effort to the console was its true fault. It still reached the hands of over 9 million gamers worldwide, but you can have no one to blame bar your staff at the time. Fair enough, I imagine the team saw the error of their ways, kept their chins up and moved on, but what happened next was just a complete joke. Sega pull out of console development and become a third-party software developer, after creating, without a doubt, one of the most groundbreaking consoles of all time, the Dreamcast. And then just giving up on it like it barely existed, and in turn giving up on us as players? Why did I even bother to write this petition to get your company back on track? It's hard to find someone who had any bad words to say about this wonder, with some of the most classic and revered games such as the Shenmue and Sonic Adventure series, along with new peripherals for the video game industry such as the MMORPG Phantasy Star Online and Alien Front's voice chat. There was not a flaw to be seen, and yet you just vanish without a trace, leaving us all to suffer in your misery. The only flaw was Sega's lack of belief and effort to save their masterpiece, which is now coming back to haunt them. I'll just name two examples of Sega's loss of interest and effort since their loss of the Dreamcast. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, there's a frickin' surprise there, and the Sonic Boom Duo, which sounds like some kind of terrible add-on in of itself, actually. The latter of which struggled to make it even past the, I'm assuming actually supposed to says the 500,000 sales mark. I feel that soon there won't even be a Sega in today's world, with a recent lack of commitment, effort, belief and attachment towards their products. So I'm hoping that us as the video game community can use this petition to get Sega back where it belongs. A new Sega console at a time when the recent generation of consoles aren't doing particularly well in improving on their predecessors would be what the market, us as gamers, and what the company would need to see this revival take place. I know personally, if I even heard a whisper of a chance there might be a new Sega out, I'd be in the store pre-ordering it already. So Sega, please come to your senses. I've put my heart and soul into this petition to get your company back where it belongs, and I know that this petition will be just discarded into spam mail. Oh, you wish. I know all too well. So I'm really just hoping that those of us who want to see the video game community deliver on expectations will sign this petition to get Sega to bring out at least one more foray into the console market, or are we just going to see the loss of one of the best gaming companies of all time? We really hope you come to your senses and do what you truly believe is for the best.
Can you send me this petition on Skype?
By all means, I hope you look at the image attached to this petition and think what it was like to be once a Dreamcaster and indeed a Dream Maker. Signed, the gaming community. Right.
Where do we begin?
Where do we freaking begin on this?
Well, first off, let me just if I am in the
Okay.
in the right here,
by
every
your go.
petition is like $10,000, right? Because I mean, how else will they just use people saying, "Yeah, I want this" to make a new console? It must cost something to sign it, right? I mean, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Have we got like a figure of how much like a console costs to develop?
It's a few quid.
I think we're all furiously googling it.
Yeah.
I'm just face palming so hard because it's like this fan base.
I'm eating Pringles.
I thought, wait, but you're
Oh, I think I found it. I think I found it.
I didn't know dogs eat Pringles.
Donnie,
Me-
I'm not really a dog.
I know, but I was going along with the gag.
Oh, maybe
dear.
not. I lied.
Right. Right. Okay. So to develop a game. Okay. So to develop a game costs, based on the 2008 systems comparison analysis by Ubisoft. Okay, a DS title costs between €500,000 and €1 million to develop. PS3, Xbox 360 titles average like 12 to 18 million euros to create a game for all that, and they at the time expected the Wii to cost around between 5 and 6 million euros to develop a game. Okay. Sega is obviously third party nowadays. Can anybody remember why they're third party?
Oh, wait! I found the numbers for how much an Xbox One costs to make.
Okay, go on.
It's $471 to make. That's not research. That is make the console itself.
Right.
It's manufacture. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you can't remember the reason why Sega went third party, is because they couldn't afford to be first party anymore.
It's fine, guys. I'm gonna set up a Kickstarter, okay, and we're gonna crowdfund this, alright?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
One of the things that people forget about is I mean, Shenmue is the most fantastic example of a game everybody wants Shenmue sequel or something, and a lot of people tend to put their fingers in their ears in terms of, you know, why there hasn't been a third Shenmue. Very simply, both the other two games didn't make any money.
And isn't Shenmue like the second most expensive game ever
Yes. And I think, if I remember right, wasn't there like some kind of fact that like everybody who bought a Dreamcast would have to buy like 2 copies of Shenmue to make the money back or something? Shenmue is just like the most ridiculous albatross in terms of finance around Sega's neck. Sega historically don't make money on pretty much anything of their own characters. All those Sega All-Stars have, with the exception of Sonic, pretty much never drawn a bean in terms of profitability. But yeah, to develop a console costs lots and 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 lots of money, and then some
you
more
mention
money on
lots?
top of that. Yeah, it's just preposterous amount of money.
No, but it's fine, because if you all sign this petition, they'll have the money. It's fine.
Yeah. Would you like to read? Would somebody like to read out how many supporters that petition has so far?
3!
Thank you. And one of them
You know what?
is
I'm gonna
that
go
guy.
sign this 1 second, guys.
You're gonna
It's about to
sign
be
this.
full. All right.
I'm gonna sign it too.
LOLX.
Wait, they're only after 100 people.
Yeah. If 100 people sign this, then Sega has to completely change around their entire business strategy, hire a ridiculous amount of people, make a ridiculous amount of deals in terms of developing a console, invest a huge amount of money they do not possess into developing that console, which will not be out for about 4 years. They have to they have to do a lot of deals. They have to make a lot of games which they will not get any money back on, because they need the games to support the console that they're not actually putting out yet. So they need to somehow subsist on no money for the next 3 to 4 years with a humongous outlay in order for 100 people to be able to get
There we go.
console.
So it said, why are you signing this? Because 100 signatures is all it takes to make a totally brand new system in 2015. There's no way this could possibly go wrong.
Are you
That's
kidding?
me doing a Bubsy joke because Bubsy was on the Segas, much like many other brilliant games of the era. Someone disagreed with me so much they vibrated.
It's the seal that was being strangled earlier. I told you.
I like how everything has just been having an opinion in this.
This is like bring your pet to work day or something. Oh boy.
Oh man.
Or supporters.
But yeah, we wanted to bring that to you guys' attention because it is just preposterous. Anyone who says, Sega, you've let us down or something. Sega did what they had to do to freaking survive. Okay, if they didn't do the change then to third party, there wouldn't be a Sega around now. And, you say, again, you're wanting this massive outlay. They're cutting people left, right and centre. They just got rid of Sega America. Okay? Let's just get rid of all the staff, but have a massive investment in technology and manpower at the same time to make...
But don't you know, Kevin? This is why they got rid of the people, because they need to save up money to make their new console. I mean, those 3 signatures, that tipped them over the edge. Frickin' the head of Sega was like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. We're going to work on that right now.
If ideally, it'll be one person from the Asia region for Japan, and one person from Europe, and one person from America, and then that's the entire world covered in terms of demand. Everything is justified. All is well. And I'm sure they'll make Sonic Adventure 3 and everything will be fantastic. We're sorry for...
I joined this petition for lols, but now I want to unjoin. How do I do that?
No, Jamie, you're here forever. It's legally binding.
No.
I don't think I even posted my reason.
No, it's... to the person concerned, I'm sorry, but you're... And it's, it's one thing to wish that Sega was still back. A lot of people wish Sega were actually back in the hardware scheme of things because of the Dreamcast. I don't think anyone will deny that the Dreamcast was ahead of its time and was a fantastic machine.
There we go. I put my comment. Come on.
Yeah.
I have mine right there. I'm pointing at it. Boop, I touched it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sure we can save Sega now, guys.
Yeah, but yeah, so Sega's officially saved now. Oh,
Does Sega have an opinion?
Well, you haven't really saved Sega. You've by signing it, you've effectively doomed Sega. I hope you realise that.
I want a new Dreamcast now.
Yeah.
I didn't sign it. Does that mean I love Sega?
Well, we're coming up to April 1st, which is traditionally the time when everybody with sort of no imagination comes up with a Dreamcast 2 story.
Oh, time
now
to
I
come
can't
up with
do
the
it.
Dreamcast 2.
Look,
Yes,
there's a
guys.
picture of a Sega Dreamcast 2.
Oh my god, sorry.
Will you quieten that seal down?
Wait, is that a vibrate? I thought that just said, oh. I don't know.
That's
Sound like
the
Hot me.
that's the amount of money Sega are making on this new venture. Oh God! But yeah, we wanted to bring that to you guys' attention on the cast because it is just utterly ridiculous. It's one thing to wish for something, it's one thing to dream of something, but unfortunately, in the realm of reality, where money exists, no way. There's not a chance in hell ever of Sega being back into the console market ever again at this point in time.
Hate to break it to you, but
Yeah. Well, we wanted to break it to you kindly, but we failed on that. So
feel free to take a moment and reflect and.
feel free to go and watch Jamie's video of that Let's Play.
Why? No.
It'll make you feel better about yourself.
Oh yeah, true. I mean,
That's
it
like-
made me feel a lot better.
How many times now have we plugged that video?
I don't know.
I can't even remember now.
It is all in good fun. I do not hate anyone. Do not post negative things.
Please like this video or this podcast if you would like Sega back into the COS market. Yeah, this video is now the petition, so just like the video. If this video gets like 100 likes, Sega,
That's it. They're saved.
Sega's saved.
Yeah, so Sega will bring back everything that you personally wanted.
We'll get Shenmue Adventure 3, the
Shenmue.
Rystar Chronicles with
Shenmue.
Knights.
Did you just say Shenmue?
I said a lot of other things. Why are you grasping to that?
Shenmue.
Somebody please do a parody song of with Shapoopy with changing it to Shenmue.
That's actually how I pronounced it for many years, though.
Is that what happens when a cow catches a cold? He just goes Shenmue.
Donnie.
Shenmue. I think what's happened there is that Tanner's actually leaked the online, the MMO version of Shenmue.
Oh my god! I know you're trying. I know you're very kindly trying to move on with the conversation, but you type Sonic into that change.org website. Oh my god! Some of these petitions are amazing.
All right, let's check them out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this requires.
I'm about to take your offer on that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. Everyone find one. Everyone find a.
There's like 1,000 for Sonic Adventure 3.
just pick one. Type in Sonic. Pick a page, and then.
Oh my god.
All right.
We'll each try to find different ones.
Right. Okay.
The Sonic Adventure games have been the best out of all other Sonic games. This is what the Sonic fans want the most. If Sega makes the game, they will not only make a lot of money, they will get the fans' respect. Right now, every Sonic game Sega comes out with is being hated on in some way. This game should change everything. It's not like, Sonic Adventure 2 were hated.
This is his direct letter to Sega. And this is like, why would you doubt this at all? This is what he's written to Sega. I understand that you guys have different plans for Sonic, but if this game gets made, every Sonic fan will buy it, and I promise you that. Okay. But since you promised, let's make it happen.
Oh my god.
What's scary is it has 296 signatures.
Okay.
Hey man, he said
I
so.
have one from. I'm gonna say his name because it's a username. I have one from Super Bowser Bros 3. His petition is called "Petitioning My Sister. Make my sister play Sonic Generations."
What?
This is his entire thing. Because it's a good game and she hasn't played it. Letter to my sister. Play Sonic Generations. 7 supporters. No, 9 supporters. 9 supporters. And the comments are... Oh boy, here we go. Bakaya Sasui, Sonic Generations needs to be played by everyone. Sonic He. It's a good cause. Someone's entire reason for signing is the. And the last one. I believe that today, contemporary issues like this are of the utmost importance and must be treated with strong conviction to gain a fair outcome for all.
Oh my god, I got a good one. It's called Make Sonic the Hedgehog Completely Blue. Alright, I got you.
Completely.
Sega has breathed new life into its flagship franchise by changing the color of Sonic the Hedgehog's arms from a boring fleshy tone to an exhilarating blue. Fans have been extremely vocal in their support of this recovering, clamoring for more. It is only logical to take this further, returning Sonic to his glory atop the gaming pinnacles. We demand a completely blue Sonic.
Oh god.
There's one here asking for Sonic 06 to be ported to the PC.
What?
And their
I
letter,
would actually be quite down with that.
there's quite a long description about why you should sign it, but the actual letter to Sega literally just says this: port Sonic 06 to PC so we can mod the balls out of it.
Hey, well, no,
Sincerely.
I would much rather have Sonic Riders ported to Steam because it was already ported to PC, and it astounds me that they've not actually moved it onto a digital format.
One of my favourite ones, which I just signed, is a petition to save Sonic characters from Ken Penders.
Oh God, where's the link?
It's in the chat, though.
Oh, I found a good one.
Everybody should do.
Wow.
After the Kid Penders one.
I've got this one though. Petitioning everyone who has been in any form of contract with Sonic the Hedgehog. Erase Sonic the Hedgehog from the face of history.
I just found that one as well.
Sonic the Hedgehog is a show. Sonic the Hedgehog is a show has become the world's biggest street lamp, where instead of attracting moths, oh wow, this is just like wow. Where instead of attracting moths, it attracts autistic people.
Oh, that's low-hanging fruit.
No, sorry. Now you may be thinking to yourself, dude, there is like nothing wrong with autistic people. I'm here to tell you that you're right. There is nothing wrong with them. But when millions of autistic scrubs from around the world join together, level of autism magnifies to fatal proportions. There is nothing wrong with Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic is like the sun. But everyone exposed to the sun for extended periods of time develops cancer.
Oh my God!
And getting rid of the sun will get rid of cancer. Yes, and it will also kill you. Because your life is kind of dependent on the sun being there, because then you'll freeze to death. If it's not there. Alternatively, there'll be, it'll expand and then envelop the earth, and then you'll all die in a blaze of solar fury. But never mind that. Just like getting rid of Sonic the Hedgehog will get rid of its lethally autistic following. Wake up, sheeple, sign the petition, and you will not regret this. This petition currently has 7 signatures, which is slightly more than the petition to get thing. So yeah, Iggly Boop from Australia. Thank you very much for that completely senseless and ridiculous change.org petition.
I have a really, really sad one. It's really short, but I'm reading this and I'm gonna cry. Okay, this one's petitioning my parents, buy me Sonic, and the description is, look, I'm just really hungry, and my parents probably won't buy me any Sonic, so I really want to change that. Letter to my parents, buy me Sonic. And one person commented, you deserve cheese sticks.
Donnie?
You had to give context. At first, I thought you were talking about the hedgehog, not the fast food chain.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It is... You're right. It is the fast food chain.
You thought it was the hedgehog.
Okay, sorry, we don't have those here.
Oh God.
We don't have those in our country at all. But I gathered it was the fast food chain in America, not the blue hedgehog you wanted to eat. Refer to my Let's Play.
No one's. Oh my God. I thought it was just like, yeah, I'm hungry, but like, so I have no money, so therefore my parents aren't gonna buy me any Sonic, like any Sonic game.
Wait, hang on a minute. I've just thought of something. Jamie, what was your petition about?
Wait,
Penders.
Oh, you said the Ken Penders alarm. Oh, for God's sake! You're not allowed to say that person's name. Sets off the alarm. No. No, Donnie had one. Donnie had one. Donnie.
Well, first things first. I'm
the realist.
I'm kind of autistic, so that one petition. Oh boy.
How about we change the subject? Save Amy Rose.
but I did actually find a petition. Add Blonic, Blales, Bluckles, and
That's better. That's better.
and
Go ahead.
Bluckles.
and Dr. Eggmad to the next Sonic game.
How many? Give me a link on a side note. I'm gonna share it on Twitter.
Best thing is just look at the image they give to it.
Oh man. Only 17 supporters? Dang it.
Oh, the petition closed.
No.
Let's face it, Sonic is getting a bit bland. If the next Sonic game is going to be a hit, you'll need to gain support from Yukino Joe and have Blonic and friends in the next game. This will reach out to thousands of people who are fans of Blonic, and it'll attract a different fan base to your games. Please, Sega, this will be the step of improvement. All of your Solar fans who were fans during the early days of Sonic are leaving. It's time for change. All we are asking for is the addition of 4 characters. In the long run, it'll help you out.
Oh God! I love the fact that there's like stuff at the stuff at the bottom. If you go further down, which is just like adopted hashtags to use when tweeting. Use Blonic Uprising and Sega improvements to let them know it's related to this petition. I'm pretty certain that they don't know and they don't care.
There's one here that says it's a petition to get Cream the Rabbit into more games, which, no. But also, they only required 100 signatures and 100 people signed for it, and it says, victory, this petition made a change. I'm like, no, it didn't.
Well, not unless you told Sega about it.
It's like,
And not
It
unless,
saves Sega.
yeah, and not unless you're like 100 people who like bought 10,000 games. It's really not going to do anything.
wait, please make Cream a playable character in the Olympics and any other games, unless she doesn't need to be used. What? You just negated the whole point.
She's in the game though. Why the problem? She's in the game. She's a judge. She's in all of those Sonic Olympic games. What's
See,
the problem?
similarly, I have another one like that, which is asking for Jet the Hawk to be playable in Mario and Sonic at the Olympics 4. And the reasoning is Jet the Hawk, as we know and love, is rival of Sonic. He was most requested to be playable. He appeared as boss, not playable. We want him to be playable in Sochi 2014 Olympic Winter Games. And let's see here. Some of the responses are, let's see, because Jet is the most brave and vigorous character against Sonic.
Nice.
I really like this character.
He's the only character that's out that's officially beaten Sonic.
Was there a thing that happened where Sega suggested that Amy Rose was going to be removed from the franchise? Because there's loads of petitions requesting Amy to be saved, and I'm like, are they just petitioning for things that aren't even happening?
Did I tell you about the discussion we had one time in regards to making it more serious?
There's a petition. I would love that.
Okay. Basically, they thought that Eggman was really goofy. And somebody had the idea that Eggman's really goofy, and we need to make Eggman more serious. Somebody came to me and just went, "So, what do you think about this?" And I thought, well, that's kind of the charm of the series. And I seem to recall you tried to do a serious one before. It didn't really work out that well. With like I said, but they wanted Eggman to be more menacing as opposed to more comedic. So what can you do to do that? And it's like, well, the only way that you're going to be able to really do that is to basically, because they wanted to read somebody. This is just one person's idea at Sega, but they were really into this idea, and it was never going to go anywhere anyway. But the idea was that they want Eggman to be more serious. They want Sonic to really hate Eggman. And there was like, how are you going to achieve that? Oh no, we can just make them more serious, but there's got to be a reason, because he's been this comedic character for so long. You can't just suddenly, change nothing else about the game and then suddenly make Eggman all do completely 180 on his character, and then you've got, because I mean Sonic, and also give Sonic a 180 on his character. Sonic's not a character that really hates so much. The only time that Sonic's come close to hatred is Darkspine Sonic, I guess, or the Sonic X Dark Sonic. So there was like, well, there's only, what are you going to do then? So to do that, well, you've got to give Sonic some reason to hate him. You've got to do that. And they went, oh yeah. So what are you going to do? Well, I don't know. Okay, well, the only way that you could do that is to kill a character. And they went, that reduces the amount of characters which the fans will love. And I was like, no. I'm pointing out to you how stupid this idea is. And they were like, oh, we've got to get rid of some character. And it's like, well, okay, the character you've got to get rid of then is Tails. You've got to kill Tails.
Well, he's canonically died before, though.
Yeah. But you've got, the only way that Tails, the only thing that would make sense would it be if you kill off Tails. You can't kill off Knuckles, because Knuckles, it would make sense if Knuckles died and sacrificed himself, because he's that kind of character. Ultimately, he is that kind of character. The thing that would affect Sonic the most is Tails. So if you want Eggman to be like this, you've got to kill Tails. And number one, that's not going to happen. Number two, this is a stupid idea. Number three, go away. And that was pretty much it. But for a while, at least, there was some sort of discussion about, hey, should we kill Tails? And then everyone just looked at that person and just went, no.
I'd say yes.
But it would have changed. It would be the only thing, the realistic thing that would make a blind bit of sense for Sonic to actually have an actual hatred of Eggman, and for Eggman to be menacing, to sort of move away from that, actually be responsible for the death of a character. It's been quite something. And I'm sure he'd been brought back as like the Robo Tails at some point, like we had in Lost Worlds. But these are the ideas that people have.
I'm scared.
Yeah, this is why I said it was silly, naturally enough. But then we wouldn't have had a Tails channel.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was really awkward.
Can we just support Blails and Bluckles and Dr. Eggman already? Cause just
Matt, did you have another one? Because these are fun, these petitions.
I have one.
Found a good one, right?
I have one that I found that is scarily, like, close to almost reaching 2,500 signatures.
Ooh.
It is, and it's kind of going back to what we were talking about in the pre-show, reverse the changes to the Sonic the Hedgehog comic. And it has 1,718 supporters.
Why are they
up.
appealing that? They need to appeal that to somebody else.
Because they're saying to Archie Comics, we're writing on behalf, everything's screwed up because, and they're saying it's Archie's fault, and then later on in updates it says, oh no, it's not Archie, it's Ken Pender's fault. And then, sorry, and so they're going on about how, like, no, there's still a chance, they said in 2014 of May, but no, it's like people are still signing this because I guess they're saying, oh, now it's terrible because change is bad. No one likes change. My God, Jamie, did you actually?
really?
No.
Really?
Okay, there is a
Really?
fantastic new petition in calling for Donnie,
Really?
calling for Donnie to shut up.
Really?
Oh no.
No,
Oh no, I have a good one.
go on,
Really?
Matt, go on.
Sega, bring Sonic back to his proper 3D roots. This is like
Why are there
paragraphs.
already two signatures?
So,
Oh, God.
sorry, go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
Why
Oh,
are there
no.
already
Wait. I like this one. Donnie, shut up. I like this one.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna sign
God.
it. I'm gonna sign it right now.
Are you? There's 3 supporters already. What
And I
is this
posted it
even?
to Facebook, so there'll be even more.
Oh my God.
We love you, Donnie.
If this gets more signatures than the freaking Blonic and Dr. Eggman one, I swear to God, if this gets more signatures than the Dr. Eggman and Blonic one,
It won't take much.
I just signed it.
oh my God.
Oh God. Anyway, carry on. Whoever was talking then and giving a description, I don't know who it was. Matt, was it you?
Oh. I may not want to read this actually.
Oh.
It's so long.
Well, that's good. That's better than mine, which were a single sentence.
Oh no. I don't want to read this.
Yes,
Somebody
do.
else can. You can read it. I put it in the chat.
Let me have a look.
I
Is
like
this
how
the Sega brings Sonic back to his proper 3D
Yes,
roots?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna read this one because I haven't had a long one to read.
Oh.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Many out there believe that each game that has been coming out from 2010 till now has been bringing Sonic back to his roots. To those people, I say, you're not stupid, but mistaken. And it takes a guy like me, whose name I won't say, who just got into the series to know that. Sonic debuted with an edgy attitude who attracts girls 24/7 and joins forces with his furry pals to stop the evil tyrants of the world. Sonic would, apparently, in Sonic's future, be married to Sally Acorn and have kids, with his friends having a companion of their own. With that said, There's no problem with the relationships in a Sonic game. It's not like it was a sudden change to the franchise like these titles were being targeted to a younger demographic. This has been going on since the classics, just hasn't been built up until now. I'm always hearing things like, I miss when Sonic games were like the classics, where it was all kid-friendly and had its charm. Sorry. I'm going into Sonic's voice a little bit. But go back and look at the games again and compare the textures to the latest titles in the franchise, such as Sonic 4, in brackets only episode 1. Sonic Colors and Sonic Lost World are far more charmed compared to their classics. Beyond that, actually, some say that music had that charm as well. Well, I find it hard to agree or disagree. Admittedly, a lot of classic games and their 8-bit soundtracks sounded identical to me, whether it was hardcore manly shooters like Contra or dumbed-down platformers like Mario Bros. Now, compare the story to... Oh my god, this goes on forever. Now, compare the story to the recent titles. Eggman Engulfing, not engulfing, engulfing. G-O-L-F, engulfing. A Forest in Flames, Tails dying in one of the Game Gear games, Sonic always having his friends to help him out, and vast epic cutscenes that show Sonic trying fate as he speeds away from the bombs and insanely menacing weaponry that Eggman uses on him. You're telling me that Sonic has casted his friends away for random little aliens that he met in space, that he was never allowed to be near anything relationship related, and that he can't have enemies who are menacing or heroes who are edgy and determined. I can't believe he used edgy positively. And determined, because that is also taking it too far. Are you forgetting the previous titles? Are we forgetting Sonic's origins? Or should I say, his roots? Because it seems like these new games are growing their own roots now, don't you think? You frickin' fricks! Sonic never started off as a kid's game. It was a franchise built for all audiences. Even Sega knows that. But they pity themselves over critics who also don't know what they're talking about. Sonic doesn't need friends. Okay, Call of Duty doesn't need guns. Then what? According to you, it doesn't matter what's taken out, whether it's there since its origin or not. I wouldn't care if it was unsuccessful, but Sonic 2/3 and Knuckles, including Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, says hi. Okay, maybe his friends weren't too reliable in 2006, but why does that scream doomsday all of a sudden? This is where you get back up and try again. Fans or critics are going to complain about these things because that's how we are. When it sucks, we naturally say we want it out of the game rather than having it fixed. If it works and a vastly majority will still complain, then fine, get rid of whatever bothered them. Speaking of 2006, that game was taking him back to his roots. I looked through many files of the game, mainly the voice clips. Sonic and friends were going to be more interactive mid-stage. Then we had the edgy Sonic. Thank you, Dylan. Then we had the edgy Sonic with edgy characters we all know and love. Sonic and Elise, though I'm not a fan of the Human X Hedgehog deal, was still an attempt to bring back the romantic bonding of the franchise, including Shadow and Rouge as they grew stronger. Lastly, this is only halfway down the page. Lastly, I want to mention that ever since Sonic Adventure come out, we had 2D games reminiscent of the classics on handhelds and SA style on consoles, which means Sonic has had separate routes. Think of it as separate dimensions, as if both routes never meet. When 2006 said it was going back to Sonic's routes, they meant its 3D routes. My god, this is like a Zelda timeline now. We might have seen handhelds getting a revamped classic until the fan base erupted, and here we are. The Sonic Advance series did a good job of bringing Sonic back to his 2D roots, just adding a little bit more in-depth story. Regardless, both were still targeting all audiences. Sega's new false interpretation of his roots haunt the franchise now, and you all know it. 2006 failed, yes, but that was a rush title which was all Sega's fault, but stop using that as an excuse. SA2 and SA1 did it right. They sure haven't aged well and had their own flaws, but a lot of game franchises branch off that way as a means of seeing what works and what doesn't work. It's a matter of building upon it. 2006 does not count because it wasn't finished or planned to be the way it was, so until we see a finished sequel to Sonic's true 3D roots that fails to impress like Sonic 06 did, then we're in for a real debate. So yes, we need to bring him back to his roots, Sega. You're turning him into a Mario clone and you know it. The
Nurse.
Sonic Lost World is the prime example with the timer, the chronological order of worlds, the damn world map structure, hidden worlds, and just so much more. Sega, stop and think about what you're doing. You're going to lose a ton of fans, and I mean a ton of fans, if you don't make a complete 180. And he actually responds that he talked to Takashi Iizuka about what happened. Takashi Iizuka, he's like, will you ever see Sonic Adventure 3? And he's like, no, but if an opportunity might present itself, so speaking, there are no plans, so right now I can't really say anything about it. And then he gets angry and writes more and more and more and more.
But Tanner, you know what's great? Is that
What?
all that, have you read how long his actual letter to Sega is?
Oh my god. No.
Look at the bottom.
Oh my god. Letter to Sega. Bring Sonic back to his roots.
What was that?
What has even been these
was
past?
that somewhere near the end, and I don't know how, but one of you guys.
Oh, it was me. It was
was-
me. It needed some inspirational music. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and it was like Tanner was ranting, and then all of a sudden we like started getting like radio interference.
I thought I was in BioWare or something.
It was their spies. They're bringing
uh,
everything in. Oh, okay.
And that has 16 supporters. And some of the reasons that people have supported it are cuz YOLO. And Roger Vanderweed, you know what that guy. He does the Flash animations. He
Yes.
signed it. Says Sonic is losing his identity and his reason of existence. And other people are saying stop the Mariofication of Sonic. Mariofication.
It's me, Sanko. Hello. Right, I think we can pretty much wrap things up now.
What is there even to wrap up with after all of that?
I think we may return to Change.org at some point.
Can I just say something though? For a guy
Oh,
who
no.
literally says he hasn't played, because I read this, so I know. Like, you guys might not have actually been totally listening, and that's fine. Basically, he says, yeah, I haven't played Sonic games much, but here's what's wrong. Let's go back to the games where he married Sally. And I'm like, excuse me, what? Sir?
The games that he married. Okay,
It was games multiples. That means he's married him more than once.
the games.
Oh God.
Remember that game where he was married? It was so good.
Sonic Marriage
Nothing-
Simulator
nothing-
2012.
yeah, nothing,
I mean, I love that
Fantastic.
Sonic game where he beat Bowser. I mean, that's my favorite game.
Can I just say that nothing at all promotes the idea of freedom and doing your own thing than marriage. It's an interesting concept this character is fantastic and free, and let's marry him. Let's marry him and give him a house and a car and a mortgage, and sadly he needs to go to work in the morning, and then maybe he'll do some hero stuff later on, but not unless he's got to look after his kid or mow his lawn or any of those other things. Oh God. Right. End of
Before
show.
we go, one final thing. Donnie, I'll have you know, your petition has 6 signatures.
Yeah, I've been keeping
Shut up.
track.
That's
this
6
entire-
people telling you to shut up, so you have to shut up 6 people now.
I'm going to start a counter one to say Donnie speak up.
You bring it, mate.
Hashtag speak up Donnie.
Then you start hashtagging.
Someone
I-
shared a link in my timeline. I swear to God, this is the damn petition.
It
is. Oh my God.
Never mind. Anyway, guys, seriously, we need to wrap this up now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to Matt for coming on and
Yeah, no worries.
laughing at
This was
petitions
quite
with
the
us.
experience. This was quite the experience. I'm sorry I was like quiet a little bit, but I just wanted to hear the full glory and the the true fans. You know what I'm saying? True fans.
Believe me, I have a couple of petitions up that we didn't get to, and yeah, most of them were like. Actually, I go on to think the authentic Sonic fans. They've got a special mark on their ass to show
They're
them.
minted, actually. They're minted and in box.
Yeah, but yes, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
For now, though, we'll see you. We'll see you next week. With will there be a guest next week, Jamie?
No.
No. Okay. We'll see. We'll see you next week.
Unless there is.
But so from Tanner,
Bye.
Donnie,
Am I able to?
Shut up, Donnie.
Damn it! Why?
Jamie,
Sign my petition.
Oh my god, 7 supporters.
from our guest Matt,
Thank you once again.
and from me, Kevin. We'll see you next week. Please like, comment, subscribe, and do those other things. And if you
Sign
really-
the petition.
If you,
Save Sega.
Save Sega.
Apparently,
If you save Sega, then silencing Donnie will be a stretch goal. See you then, guys. Bye.
Ciao.
See you, gamers.
help.